In the distant future, Earth had come a long way. Humans had achieved incredible technological advancements, unlocking the secrets of science and exploring the depths of their own planet. However, despite their progress, they remained alone in the vast expanse of the universe, yearning for contact with other intelligent life forms. Far beyond the reaches of Earth, the Galactic Empire ruled over countless star systems. They were an ancient civilization, technologically superior and guided by a strict hierarchy. The Empire viewed themselves as the ultimate power in the galaxy, and any species they encountered were considered inferior, meant to be controlled or eliminated. On Earth, a young girl named Lara lived an ordinary life. She was a bright and curious 16-year-old, with dreams of one day exploring the stars. Lara's fascination with the cosmos often led her to spend nights gazing at the sky, wondering what mysteries lay beyond her world. Little did Lara know that her life was about to change forever. One fateful night, as she stargazed in her backyard, a strange object appeared in the sky. It moved with incredible speed and precision, unlike anything she had ever seen. As it grew closer, Lara realized it was a spacecraft, but not of human origin. The spacecraft landed near Lara's home, and before she could react, a group of alien beings emerged. They were tall, with shimmering gray skin and piercing blue eyes. Lara stood frozen in fear as the aliens approached her, their intentions unclear. Without warning, the aliens grabbed Lara, and despite her struggles, they managed to subdue her. She was quickly taken aboard their spacecraft, which then vanished into the night sky as swiftly as it had appeared. News of Lara's abduction spread quickly, sending shockwaves through her community and eventually the entire world. Her family was devastated, unable to comprehend why their daughter had been taken. Lara's mother, Sarah, collapsed in grief, while her father, Michael, tried to stay strong for the family. Governments around the world were put on high alert, realizing that the threat of alien abduction was real. Earth's leaders gathered for emergency meetings, discussing how to respond to this unprecedented event. As the world grappled with the shocking abduction, Lara found herself in a strange and terrifying new reality. She was taken to a massive alien ship, the likes of which she had never imagined. The interior was cold and sterile, with advanced technology lining every wall. Lara was placed in a holding cell, where she encountered other abductees from various planets. They were all frightened and confused, unsure of their fate. Some had been there for weeks, while others had just arrived. Among the abductees was a wise old alien named Zorax. He had been in captivity for years and had learned much about the Galactic Empire. Zorax took Lara under his wing, explaining that the Empire abducted individuals from different species to study and experiment on them. Lara was terrified but determined to find a way back home. She formed close bonds with her fellow abductees, and together they began to plan an escape. They knew it would be risky, but they had to try. Back on Earth, Lara's best friend, Alex, refused to give up hope. He was a brilliant young man with a knack for technology. Alex spent every waking moment searching for clues about Lara's whereabouts, hacking into government databases, and scouring the dark web for any information. As Alex dug deeper, he stumbled upon a secret government agency known as the Earth Defense Initiative, EDI. The EDI had been established years ago to prepare for the possibility of alien contact, but their existence was hidden from the public. Alex managed to infiltrate the EDI systems and discovered something incredible. The agency had been secretly working on reverse engineering alien technology. They possessed knowledge and resources that could potentially help find Lara and combat the alien threat. Determined to save his friend, Alex reached out to the EDI, revealing what he had learned. The agency was initially hesitant to trust Alex, but recognized his skills and determination. They agreed to work together to find Lara and protect Earth from the Galactic Empire. As Lara and her fellow abductees put their escape plan into motion, the Galactic Empire's true intentions began to unravel. It became clear that the abductions were not just for study, but for something far more sinister. The Empire believed that by harnessing the unique abilities and characteristics of different species, they could create a super soldier program. They aimed to build an unstoppable army that would help them conquer the entire galaxy. Lara and her friends managed to break out of their cells and navigate through the alien ship using their combined knowledge and skills. They faced numerous challenges and close calls, but their determination kept them going. Meanwhile, the EDI and Alex worked tirelessly to track down the alien ship. They utilized advanced satellite technology and deep space probes to scan the cosmos for any signs of the vessel. After weeks of intense searching, they finally picked up a faint signal. It was a distress beacon, originating from a distant star system. The EDI realized that it must have been activated by Lara or one of the other abductees. Without hesitation, the EDI launched a daring rescue mission. They assembled a team of their most skilled operatives, equipped with advanced weapons and technology reverse-engineered from alien artifacts. As the rescue team approached the alien ship, they were met with heavy resistance. The Galactic Empire's forces were well-trained and heavily armed. A fierce battle erupted, with lasers and plasma blasts illuminating the void of space. Inside the ship, Lara and her friends fought their way towards the escape pods. They had managed to obtain schematics of the vessel and knew their best chance of survival was to abandon ship. Just as they reached the escape pods, they were confronted by a group of heavily armed alien soldiers. A tense standoff ensued, with both sides refusing to back down. At that moment, the EDI rescue team breached the ship's hull and stormed in, catching the alien soldiers off guard. In the chaos that followed, Lara and her friends managed to board the escape pods and launch themselves into space. The EDI team quickly retreated, their mission accomplished. They provided cover fire for the escape pods, ensuring that Lara and the other abductees could make a safe getaway. As the escape pods drifted through space, Lara couldn't help but feel a sense of relief and gratitude. She had survived the ordeal and was finally on her way back home. However, their joy was short-lived. As they navigated through the star system, they realized that the Galactic Empire was hot on their trail. The Empire had dispatched a fleet of warships to intercept the escape pods and recapture the abductees. Lara knew that they needed help fast. She managed to send a distress signal to the EDI, hoping that they would receive it in time. Back on Earth, the EDI picked up Lara's signal and immediately sprang into action. They knew that they had to act quickly to save Lara and the others from the clutches of the Galactic Empire once again. As the EDI mobilized their forces, they received a shocking piece of intelligence. The Galactic Empire had been secretly establishing hidden bases on Earth, disguised as human corporations and government facilities. The Empire had been infiltrating Earth's society for years, paving the way for a full-scale invasion. The EDI realized that the abductions were just the beginning. The Galactic Empire posed a far greater threat to Earth than anyone had previously imagined. They needed to not only rescue Lara and the other abductees, but also root out the Empire's presence on their own planet. With time running out and the fate of Earth hanging in the balance, the EDI prepared for the fight of their lives. They knew that the road ahead would be filled with danger and uncertainty, but they were determined to protect their world and bring Lara home safely. As Lara and her fellow abductees hurtled through space in their escape pods, they could only hope that help would arrive soon. They had no idea of the greater battle that was about to unfold, but they knew one thing for certain. They would never stop fighting for their freedom and the safety of their loved ones. The stage was set for an epic showdown between the Galactic Empire and the people of Earth. The future of the planet and the fate of the galaxy itself hung in the balance. It would take every ounce of courage, determination, and ingenuity for humanity to prevail against the alien threat. And so, the story of Lara's abduction and the fight against the Galactic Empire had only just begun. The journey ahead would be fraught with peril, but the strength and resilience of the human spirit would be put to the ultimate test. In the face of overwhelming odds, Earth would need to stand united, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With the first chapter of this incredible saga coming to a close, the stage was set for an unforgettable adventure that would span the stars and test the limits of what humanity was capable of. The battle for Earth and the fight for Lara's freedom had only just begun, and the galaxy would never be the same again. As the escape pods carrying Lara and her fellow abductees drifted through the vast expanse of space, the Earth Defense Initiative, EDI, worked tirelessly to locate and rescue them. Alex, Lara's best friend, had become an integral part of the EDI's efforts, using his technical expertise to help track down the pods. Back on Earth, news of the alien abductions and the existence of the Galactic Empire had spread like wildfire. Panic and chaos gripped the planet as people realized that they were not alone in the universe and that a powerful alien civilization posed a threat to their way of life. Governments around the world scrambled to respond to the crisis, with some calling for immediate retaliation against the empire, while others advocated for a more cautious approach. The United Nations convened an emergency session to discuss the situation and formulate a plan of action. Meanwhile, the EDI had made a startling discovery. In their efforts to uncover the Galactic Empire's presence on Earth, they stumbled upon information about an ancient warship hidden deep beneath the planet's surface. The warship, known as the Prometheus, was a relic from a long-forgotten era of human history, a time when Earth had first encountered alien life. According to the EDI's findings, the Prometheus was the most advanced spacecraft ever built by humans, incorporating technology that far surpassed anything currently available. It was believed to have been constructed as a safeguard against potential alien threats, but its existence had been kept secret from the public for centuries. The EDI knew that the Prometheus could be the key to rescuing Lara and the other abductees, as well as defending Earth against the Galactic Empire. However, activating the ancient warship was no simple task. It required a special code that had been lost to time, hidden away in fragments scattered across the globe. Desperate to find the code, the EDI assembled a team of their best agents, including Alex, to embark on a worldwide hunt for the missing pieces. The team split up, each group following leads and clues that took them to remote corners of the planet. Alex's group found themselves in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, searching for a hidden temple that was rumored to hold a piece of the code. As they trekked through the dense jungle, they encountered hostile tribes and dangerous wildlife, but nothing could deter them from their mission. After days of searching, they finally discovered the temple, hidden beneath a canopy of trees and overgrown with vines. Inside, they found ancient inscriptions and puzzles that challenged their intellect and resourcefulness. Working together, they managed to decipher the clues and retrieve the first fragment of the code. Other teams had similar experiences, braving harsh environments and overcoming obstacles to locate the remaining pieces of the code. From the frozen tundra of Siberia to the scorching deserts of the Sahara, the EDI's agents left no stone unturned in their quest. As the teams raced against time, the Galactic Empire's forces were closing in on Lara and the other abductees. The Empire had deployed its most advanced warships and its deadliest warriors to recapture the escapees, determined to prevent them from reaching Earth. Lara and her companions, armed with the knowledge and skills they had acquired during their captivity, fought bravely against the Empire's onslaught. They utilized every trick and tactic they could think of to evade capture and stay one step ahead of their pursuers. Back on Earth, the EDI's teams had finally collected all the fragments of the code. They gathered at a secret location where the Prometheus was hidden and began the process of activating the ancient warship. As the code was entered, the ground shook and a massive hangar door slowly opened, revealing the awe-inspiring sight of the Prometheus. The ship was a marvel of engineering, sleek and powerful, with advanced weapons and propulsion systems that had never been seen before. The EDI wasted no time in preparing the Prometheus for launch. A crew of their most skilled pilots and technicians boarded the ship, ready to embark on a daring rescue mission. Among them was Lara's brother, Michael, who had joined the EDI in the hopes of saving his sister. As the Prometheus lifted off, the world watched in amazement and hope. The ancient warship streaked across the sky, leaving Earth's atmosphere and entering the vast reaches of space. Guided by the advanced tracking systems on board, the Prometheus honed in on the location of Lara and the other abductees. As they approached the coordinates, they were met by a formidable fleet of Galactic Empire warships, ready to engage in battle. The Prometheus, despite its ancient origins, proved to be more than a match for the Empire's technology. Its powerful weapons tore through the enemy ships, while its advanced shields deflected incoming fire. The EDI's pilots, trained in the most advanced combat techniques, outmaneuvered the Empire's forces at every turn. As the battle raged on, Lara and her companions saw a glimmer of hope. The Prometheus was closing in on their location, and they knew that their chance for rescue had finally arrived. With renewed determination, they fought their way towards the approaching warship. Michael, leading a team of EDI operatives, boarded the Empire's vessel where Lara and the others were being held. They engaged in fierce close-quarters combat with the alien soldiers, their advanced weapons and training proving invaluable in the tight confines of the ship. After a grueling battle, Michael and his team managed to locate Lara and the other abductees. Tears of joy and relief flowed as the siblings were reunited, their bond stronger than ever after the harrowing ordeal they had both endured. With Lara and the others safely on board, the Prometheus began its journey back to Earth. However, the Galactic Empire was not willing to let them go so easily. A massive fleet of reinforcements arrived, determined to crush the human resistance once and for all. The Prometheus, damaged from the previous battle, stood alone against the overwhelming might of the Empire. The EDI's pilots and crew knew that they were outnumbered and outgunned, but they refused to give up without a fight. As the battle commenced, the Prometheus unleashed every weapon in its arsenal, while the crew worked tirelessly to keep the ship operational. Lara and the other abductees, driven by a fierce determination to protect their home, joined the fight, using their knowledge of the Empire's technology to exploit weaknesses in their defenses. The battle was intense and brutal, with losses on both sides. The Prometheus, pushed to its limits, began to falter under the relentless onslaught of the Empire's weapons. It seemed as though all hope was lost, and that the Empire would emerge victorious. But in that darkest hour, a miracle occurred. From the depths of space, a fleet of unknown ships appeared, bearing markings and technology that were unfamiliar to both the humans and the Empire. It was a coalition of alien races, long oppressed by the Galactic Empire, who had heard of Earth's bravery and had come to join the fight against their common enemy. With renewed vigor, the Prometheus and its newfound allies turned the tide of the battle. The Empire's forces, caught off guard by the sudden reinforcements, began to crumble under the combined might of the human and alien ships. In a final desperate attempt to secure victory, the Empire's commander unleashed a devastating weapon, a planet-destroying device that threatened to wipe out the entire solar system. Lara, drawing upon the knowledge she had gained during her captivity, devised a plan to stop the weapon. Together with her brother and a team of volunteers, Lara boarded the Empire's command ship, fighting their way to the weapon's control room. In a heart-stopping moment, Lara managed to deactivate the device, mere seconds before it could be fired. With the weapon disabled and the Empire's forces in disarray, the Prometheus and its allies pressed their advantage. The Empire's ships were destroyed or captured, and its soldiers surrendered en masse. The Galactic Empire, once thought invincible, had been defeated by the courage and determination of the human race and its newfound allies. As news of the victory spread across the galaxy, Earth emerged as a beacon of hope for all those who had suffered under the Empire's tyrannical rule. The planet became a hub for the newly formed Galactic Alliance, a coalition of worlds dedicated to promoting peace, freedom, and cooperation among all sentient beings. Lara, hailed as a hero for her bravery and sacrifice, became a symbol of Earth's resilience and strength. She and her fellow abductees, forever changed by their experiences, dedicated their lives to helping others who had been victimized by the Empire and to ensuring that such atrocities would never happen again. As for the Prometheus, the ancient warship that had saved Earth from destruction, it became a legend, a testament to the ingenuity and courage of the human spirit. Its technology was studied and adapted, ushering in a new era of exploration and discovery for the people of Earth. In the end, the story of Lara's abduction and Earth's fight against the Galactic Empire became a tale that would be told for generations to come. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and unity could prevail, and that the human race, when faced with impossible odds, had the strength to rise up and shape its own destiny among the stars. In the aftermath of the Galactic Empire's defeat, Earth found itself at the center of a new era of interstellar cooperation and exploration. The Galactic Alliance, formed from the coalition of worlds that had come to Earth's aid, worked tirelessly to rebuild the galaxy and heal the wounds left by the Empire's oppressive rule. Lara, now a renowned hero and a symbol of hope for countless beings across the galaxy, took on a new role as Earth's ambassador to the Alliance. Her unique experiences and knowledge gained during her captivity made her an invaluable asset in fostering understanding and trust among the diverse member worlds. As the Alliance grew stronger, so too did Earth's place in the galactic community. The planet became a hub of scientific and cultural exchange, with beings from all corners of the galaxy coming to learn from and share with humanity. The Prometheus, the ancient warship that had proven instrumental in Earth's victory, underwent extensive study and reverse engineering. Earth's top scientists and engineers worked around the clock to unlock the secrets of its advanced technology, hoping to integrate it into humanity's own space exploration efforts. Among those leading the charge was Lara's brother, Michael, who had become the head of the Earth Defense Initiative's Research and Development Division. With his team of brilliant minds, Michael worked to develop new ships and weapons based on the Prometheus design, determined to ensure that Earth would never again be caught unprepared in the face of an alien threat. As Earth's technological capabilities grew, so too did its reach into the stars. New colonies were established on distant worlds, and expeditions were launched to explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Humanity, once confined to a single planet, now had the means to spread its wings and discover the wonders of the universe. However, the peace and prosperity that had followed the Empire's defeat was not to last forever. In the shadows, remnants of the Empire's forces, led by a ruthless and cunning commander named Zortex, plotted their revenge against Earth and the Alliance. Zortex, who had escaped capture during the final battle, had spent years rebuilding his forces in secret, biding his time until the moment was right to strike. With a fleet of advanced warships and an army of fanatically loyal soldiers, he launched a surprise attack on Earth, catching the planet's defenses off guard. The attack was devastating, with millions of lives lost in the initial onslaught. Earth's cities lay in ruins, and its people were once again plunged into a fight for survival against a seemingly unstoppable enemy. Lara, who had been on a diplomatic mission to a distant world at the time of the attack, rushed back to Earth, her heart heavy with grief and rage. She knew that Zortex would not rest until he had exacted his revenge and reclaimed his position as the ruler of the galaxy. Reunited with her brother and the rest of the Earth Defense Initiative, Lara helped to coordinate a desperate counterattack against Zortex's forces. The Prometheus, now fully integrated with Earth's own technology, led the charge, its powerful weapons cutting through the enemy fleet with devastating precision. On the ground, Earth's armies fought bravely against Zortex's soldiers, their determination and courage matched only by the ruthlessness of their foes. In the midst of the chaos, Lara and Michael led a daring mission to infiltrate Zortex's command ship and confront the tyrant face to face. The battle was fierce and bloody, with both sides suffering heavy losses. Lara and Michael fought their way through hordes of enemy soldiers, their skills and experience tested to the limit. Finally, they confronted Zortex himself, a towering figure of malice and hatred, determined to crush the last remnants of resistance. In a final, desperate struggle, Lara and Michael managed to overpower Zortex, but not before the tyrant revealed a shocking truth. Zortex, it turned out, was not acting alone. He was merely a pawn in a much larger game, a servant of an even greater power that had been manipulating events from behind the scenes. This revelation sent shockwaves through the Alliance, as the true scope of the threat they faced became clear. The enemy they had been fighting was not just the remnants of the Empire, but an ancient and malevolent force that had been pulling the strings of galactic events for eons. Faced with this new and terrifying knowledge, Lara and the Alliance knew that they had no choice but to stand together and fight. They reached out to new allies, forging bonds of friendship and cooperation with races that had once been their enemies. As the war raged on, Lara found herself at the center of a desperate plan to strike at the heart of the enemy's power. With a hand-picked team of the galaxy's greatest warriors and most brilliant minds, she embarked on a perilous journey to a distant and uncharted region of space, where the enemy's true masters were said to reside. The journey was fraught with danger, as the team faced unimaginable horrors and mind-bending challenges that tested their sanity and resolve. But through it all, Lara remained steadfast in her determination to uncover the truth and put an end to the enemy's machinations once and for all. In a climactic battle that would determine the fate of the galaxy, Lara and her team confronted the enemy's true leaders, a race of ancient and immensely powerful beings known as the Xorthari. The Xorthari, it was revealed, had been manipulating the course of galactic events for millennia, sowing chaos and conflict in order to feed off the suffering and despair of countless worlds. The battle was unlike anything Lara had ever experienced, as the team fought not just against physical foes, but against the very fabric of reality itself. The Xorthari's powers were vast and incomprehensible, and it seemed as though all hope was lost. But in that darkest hour, Lara remembered the strength and courage of all those who had fought beside her, and the countless lives that depended on their success. With a final, desperate effort, she channeled all of her energy and will into a single, decisive blow, striking at the very heart of the Xorthari's power. In a blinding flash of light, the Xorthari were vanquished, their hold over the galaxy broken forever. The team emerged victorious, but at a great cost. Many had fallen in the battle, and the scars left by the war would take generations to heal. But as the dust settled, and the galaxy began to rebuild, there was a new sense of hope and unity among the countless races and worlds that had fought together. The Alliance, stronger than ever, stood as a beacon of light in the darkness, a testament to the power of cooperation and the resilience of the galactic community. Lara, hailed as the savior of the galaxy, knew that the road ahead would not be easy. There would be new challenges to face, new enemies to confront, and new mysteries to unravel. But she also knew that as long as the people of the galaxy stood together, there was nothing they could not overcome. As the story came to a close, Lara looked out at the stars, marveling at the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. She knew that her journey was far from over, and that there would always be new adventures waiting just beyond the horizon. But for now, she took a moment to reflect on all that had been accomplished, and to give thanks for the incredible people who had fought beside her every step of the way. In the end, the tale of Lara's abduction and Earth's fight against the Galactic Empire had become so much more than a simple story of good versus evil. It was a testament to the power of the human spirit, and to the unbreakable bonds that could be forged between people of all races and creeds. And as Lara stood there, gazing out at the endless expanse of the universe, she knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would always be ready to face them head-on, armed with the strength and courage of all those who had come before her. For in the end, that was what it meant to be a true hero, and that was a legacy that would endure long after she was gone. Years had passed since the defeat of the Xorthari, and the galaxy had entered a new era of peace and prosperity. The Galactic Alliance, with Lara as one of its most prominent leaders, had worked tirelessly to rebuild and strengthen the bonds between worlds, fostering a spirit of unity and cooperation that had once seemed impossible. Earth, now a central hub of the Alliance, had become a beacon of hope and a symbol of the resilience of the human spirit. Its people had risen from the ashes of war and destruction, rebuilding their cities and their lives with a determination and resourcefulness that inspired countless others across the galaxy. Lara, now a seasoned diplomat and warrior, had dedicated herself to maintaining the hard-won peace and ensuring that the horrors of the past would never be repeated. She traveled the length and breadth of the galaxy, mediating disputes and forging new alliances, always guided by the principles of justice and compassion that had defined her life. But even as the galaxy enjoyed a period of unprecedented tranquility, there were those who sought to shatter the fragile peace. From the shadows, a new threat emerged, one that would test the resolve of the Alliance and the courage of its greatest heroes. Whispers began to circulate of a mysterious figure known only as the Phantom, a ruthless and cunning adversary who seemed to possess an uncanny ability to manipulate the very fabric of reality itself. The Phantom's agents, cloaked in secrecy and subterfuge, worked to sow discord and chaos throughout the galaxy, undermining the Alliance's efforts at every turn. As reports of the Phantom's activities grew more frequent and more alarming, Lara knew that she could not sit idly by. She assembled a team of the galaxy's most skilled and talented individuals, each one handpicked for their unique abilities and unwavering loyalty to the cause of peace. Among them was her brother Michael, now a renowned scientist and inventor whose groundbreaking work had revolutionized the field of interstellar travel. Together with Lara's old friend and ally, the brilliant strategist Zorax, and a host of other remarkable individuals from across the galaxy, they set out to unravel the mystery of the Phantom and put an end to their nefarious schemes. Their quest took them to the farthest reaches of known space and beyond, to worlds both wondrous and terrifying, where they encountered challenges and dangers beyond anything they had ever faced before. They battled against the Phantom's minions, each one more deadly and cunning than the last, and grappled with the moral and ethical dilemmas that arose at every turn. As they delved deeper into the mystery, they began to uncover a web of lies and deceit that stretched back centuries, to the very origins of the Galactic Empire itself. They discovered that the Phantom was no mere criminal mastermind, but a being of immense power and ancient lineage, one whose very existence threatened the fabric of reality itself. In a desperate race against time, Lara and her team fought to unravel the secrets of the Phantom's past and devise a way to stop their apocalyptic plans. They forged new alliances with unlikely allies and made heart-wrenching sacrifices in the name of the greater good. Through it all, Lara remained a beacon of hope and inspiration, a shining example of the best that humanity had to offer. She faced each new challenge with unwavering courage and determination, always guided by her unshakable belief in the power of unity and compassion. In the end, their efforts led them to a final cataclysmic confrontation with the Phantom themselves. In a battle that would determine the fate of the galaxy, Lara and her team fought with everything they had. Their skills and abilities pushed to the very limit. Against all odds, they emerged victorious. But the cost was high. Many brave souls had given their lives in the fight, and the scars left by the conflict would take generations to heal. But even in the midst of their grief and loss, there was a sense of hope and renewal, a knowledge that the sacrifices made had not been in vain. In the aftermath of the war, the galaxy began to rebuild once more, guided by the principles of cooperation and understanding that Lara and her allies had fought so hard to uphold. New treaties were forged, new bonds of friendship and trust established, and a new era of peace and prosperity dawned. As for Lara herself, she knew that her work was far from over. There would always be new challenges to face, new threats to confront, and new opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. But she also knew that she would never have to face them alone, for she had the love and support of countless friends and allies across the galaxy. And so, As the story drew to a close, Lara looked to the future with hope and determination, ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. She knew that the road would be long and difficult, but she also knew that with courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good, there was nothing that could not be achieved. In the end, the tale of Lara's journey had become a legend, a shining example of the power of the human spirit to overcome even the darkest of adversities. It was a story that would be told and retold for generations to come, a reminder of the incredible things that could be accomplished when people of all races and creeds stood together in common cause. And as Lara stood there, surrounded by the friends and allies who had fought beside her through thick and thin, she knew that no matter what the future held, they would always be ready to face it together, united by the unbreakable bonds of friendship and love that had been forged in the crucible of conflict. For that, in the end, was the true legacy of their struggle, and the greatest gift that they could leave to the generations yet to come. A legacy of hope, of courage, and of the enduring power of the human spirit to light the way forward, even in the darkest of times. As the final chapter of the story came to a close, Lara looked out at the stars once more, marveling at the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. She knew that the journey was far from over, and that there would always be new horizons to explore, new adventures to embark upon. But she also knew that no matter where the path might lead, she would always carry with her the memories of all those who had fought and sacrificed to make this moment possible. And with that knowledge, she stepped forward into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that she would never be alone. Thus ended the tale of Lara and the fight for the galaxy's future, a story that would endure long after those who had lived it had passed into legend. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and to the unbreakable bonds of friendship and love that had the power to change the course of history itself. And as the galaxy looked to the future with renewed hope and determination, it knew that it had been forever changed by the courage and sacrifice of a single, remarkable woman, and the incredible team of heroes who had fought beside her to the very end.